22-1 that we discussed at the last hearing. At the last hearing, you guys granted an extension to July 1st, and property was re-inspected today. There was some progress, but it is still in violation. So, Mr. Freeman is here if you guys want to speak to him.
You on it?
All I got to say is like, I'm sure you've seen the dishwasher and stuff, that by the drive now. I do have Big Ben Duncan out of Owensboro coming over to pick up a lot of stuff. I just don't know when he is gonna be there. And yeah, just weed eating and mowing and
Okay.
trying to pick up as we go.
When did the trailer get picked up? Was that this morning?
No, the trailer's still there.
No, I don't see it in the picture.
The back page thing.
I don't think I saw the trailer this morning in the pictures.
Yeah.
It's behind that white building over there. I just moved it because we were mowing and stuff right there with the, my little,
Is that one of them that you said was owned by one of your buddies?
no,
No, that's not one. That's one that you own.
I don't, well, it is owned by a buddy of mine, but
Oh,
I use it more than he does.
okay.
Okay, so basically we can ask for another update in
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
So I got a question.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I wasn't here last time.
No, you're fine.
Is this the first
No.
time?
No.
Okay. So that is something that, what can we do to keep you in the status of not having a hearing going forward? Because, you know, it's a prior.
And it's not only the junk too, there is also, if you look on the back page, like tall weeds and all that stuff around the building and the trampoline and all of that stuff. So that, any weeds over 18 inches are also considered in violation.
Yeah, the weeds are still there where the tree is still. I mowed around everything, but I haven't got those weeds yet.
So I mean, you know, Mr. Seiler, I think is giving a fair amount of time of 2 weeks, but are you able to complete in 2 weeks?
From where I'm at now, probably.
I guess,
Because what's next? If we have another hearing, then does it go to the soliciting quotes?
Yeah, so you guys would make a motion to approve the finding of facts, which would impose the fine, and I would solicit quotes to clean it up. And I just do wanna say, like, I have been patiently working with him
A lot.
since January of 2023. So it is to the point that, you know, it probably needs to be wrapped up at this point, or we're gonna have to move forward.
so are you willing to, source this out to get assistance in the mowing and cleaning up? I mean, is that an option?
Really, most of it's up now. It's just right by the barn. And a lot of that, Big Ben's, the junk guy, he's picking a lot of that up. Once I knock the weeds and stuff down there, and then I just gotta cut that tree that fell on the trampoline. So I
Is some of this in the picture? Is that scrap?
can, where,
Like,
I'm gonna say
It
yes.
looks like a soccer goal.
Yeah, he's picking all that up,
Okay.
And anything that he doesn't haul off,
the lawnmower.
if it gets put in the barn where it's not visible, that's considered good too. So, you know, at the minimum, at least if it can all be put in the barn, then it would be.
All right,
So
so
Like-
basically-
lawnmower and stuff, you see
So
that?
basically give us another update in a couple weeks, and hopefully the update is you calling Autumn and everything's cleaned up. How's that sound?
I hope so. I
Wait,
think,
wait.
really,
So, and do you think that's a fair date, July 15th?
yeah.
And then if it's not cleaned up, then we move on to soliciting the quotes. Is that
Perfect.
okay?
I'm-
All right, so
I'm
July
good with that.
15th, and if
I'm
it
good.
doesn't meet, we'll solicit quotes on cleanup.
Okay.
What does my motion need to be for that? anything specific for?
That you're gonna grant an extension
Okay.
until July 15th.
Alright, so, with cooperation of Mr. Freeman, we will grant a final extension to July 15th. If it is still in violation, we will proceed regardless, to solicit quotes.
All right, we have a motion on the table. Do we have a second?
Well, I would just like to add that if, you know, you can hire someone to help with this, because July 15th will be the final, and then it will apply as a cost to you
Right,
anyway.
right. She's explained that to me before, so I understand what she's talking about.
I second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, all those opposed. Okay?
Second case is 2505-1, which is the other property that is on 45. You guys made a motion at the last meeting to approve the finding of facts, but all the letters that I have sent to the property owner have been returned, not deliverable, unable to forward, so I contacted the post office in Owensboro. They said he's not lived there in 2 years. So he was not getting any notification of the violations. So I actually Googled his name and found a phone number for him and called him. And he was unaware that his property was in violation or that I was trying to get a hold of him. He is working an outage at AEP 7 days a week right now. He said that, you know, he will work on getting it cleaned up. He's just working a lot right now. His plan is in a year or two when he retires to build a house over here on that property, so he does have a plan for it. So that was on June 25th that I spoke to him and explained everything. On June 26th, he called back and said that he had already had somebody lined up to mow the property this past weekend. So pictures from this morning do show that it was mowed. In the last two pictures, you can see a lot of tall weeds still. That's actually in the county's right of way along the road and on the bank. That's not actually probably his weeds. He does still have some tall weeds, but I mean, he is actively working on it, and I don't really feel like it's fair for us to proceed when I know he didn't get any notification prior. So he did take quick action and plans to haul off some of the cars and stuff. So if possible, I would like to ask that he gets an extension.
All right.
Extension at 7:15 or beyond?
If we could give him a month, I normally give them at least a month before they come to you guys, so if we could give him a month maybe.
I'll make a motion that we provide an extension until, August 5th.
All right, we have a motion on the table. Do we have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? All right.
Third property is a new one today. It is case number 2506-1. It is in Hatfield on Johnson Street. This property is one that I have sent letters to for the last 2 or 3 years about their grass. It was purchased on tax sale and it just sits there empty. First page on the property record, I sent them a letter on June 3rd. Did hear from them, reinspected, nothing changed. Second letter, June 11, no contact, nothing has changed as of today. There's still no improvement. So you can see in the pictures, it's just grass and weeds. So
But they are not responding to you or not talking to you.
they are not, no.
So my
And
suggestion, what is what should our first step be in finding them right now? If they're not gonna cooperate with you, I think it's time these people that buy this stuff from out of state and out of the area, I think we need to start finding them.
So you would make a motion to approve the finding of facts, which would impose a $100 fine for their first offense. And then you would give a date that if it's not cleaned up by, then we will proceed with soliciting
And
quotes.
that will be my motion.
Do you want me to
I
make
will
a motion?
second it.
Did you make a motion?
Okay,
I'll make
I'll
so I'll make the motion that we, proceed, approve the fine, August 5th. Is that a good date to extend
You
to?
could probably do that on July 15th,
Okay,
just do 2 weeks on it.
okay. With a expectation that it's cleaned up by July 15th, we'll
Yep.
proceed with quotes.
All right, we have a motion on the table. Do we have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? Anything else on?
That is it. The spreadsheet that I gave you is just the cases that we have right now and what's happening with them and what cases have been closed. So that is all I have.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'll
Thanks,
ask for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion that we adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Thank you. Thank you.